I need to like crash out for a minute here. Okay, look, I'm not looking my best. I think my hair looks a little greasy. I just came from my son's playoff travel baseball game. I decided afterwards, because it's not my weekend, that I'm just gonna go grab a bite to eat. I didn't want to go sit at home by myself again. That felt depressing, and I'll just go sit at a bar and have dinner, and who knows, maybe I'll meet someone. No. First of all, there was the bar was at zero. There was no one even there, and then finally towards the end, a somewhat decent, like attractive man comes in. He sits right next to me, looks at me. I could tell, I could feel the vibe that he was like interested, but he didn't say one word. He didn't say one word. Not the entire time. I sat there. I was like, kind of, you know, angling my body in that direction. Like, hey, I'm interested. If you want to talk to me, I'll talk to you. I, was playing with my hair a little bit, like not too much, but just a little bit, a little flirty. I even had a hat, putting on my hat just in case I looked too greasy. Um, anyway, point is, people say, "Oh, why do you go on dating apps? You can just meet someone in real life." Can you? Can you though? Can you actually meet someone in real life? I don't think so. Because you know what? I'm gonna say it. Men in real life are pussies. I said what I said. Um, I don't know. I don't feel, no, the situation, it feels a little hopeless. Like, I'm angling my body towards you. I don't have a ring on. It's a Sunday night. I'm sitting at a bar by myself. I'm flirting with you without saying anything. I can't quite make eye contact because you're next to me. Did I do something wrong? Let me know.
Okay. So, her caption was over 40 single men don't approach women in IRL in real life. So, um, dating over 40, that's a dating over 40 should it should get easier as you get older only because you know who you are and what you want and you know what you're looking for. Um, if I mean, I guess if you're in the era that we're in now, I guess that I mean the dating pool spans from like what maybe your teenage years to the day you die, or the day you get married, and then the day you get married, you want to you're out of the dating pool for pretty much until you're divorced, and then you're back in the dating pool, and so on and so forth. But I'm 44, so I can kind of relate somewhat. Also, let me speak on the bar situation real quick. Like there was an era where um, DJs played really good music. The bar scene's really dope, relaxed, play pool, chill out, have a few beers with your friends. Um, a man or a man with his best friend, his wingman, can approach a group of girls, a group of women, and buy them all a beer or a drink. And we'll be able to make small talk, maybe offer them a game of pool. We would all take turns talking to each other, getting to know each other. Uh, like that type of social interaction happened on the weekly, the daily, whenever you're out of work or whatever the case may be. But the social atmosphere of the bar has changed to where everyone's kind of in their silos, and people are only talking to people who they came with or who they're going to leave with. Um, the randomness of some guy just coming up to two girls or three girls, it's kind of, it's really come, it's come to a point where it's like, we may not have what's the word? What are you kids using? Riz or motion or the cool approach that we had back in our day. Me, I'm different. I could by myself approach 5 women and buy them all shots. I mean, I could back in those days. I worked a little bit harder at my full-time job, made overtime, opened up a tab, and then would have my bartender hook me up with some pretty good shots. So we're talking 2005. We're talking 20 years ago. We are not talking yesterday, but this is a different era. We're now living in an era where men are not trying to be labeled as either creeps or monsters or potential aggressors or something like that. So we all heard with one voice how women were upset with men and how they were being treated out in the world. So men listened, took note, and took action and behavior that said, we're going to take a giant step back. And until women with one same voice say, hey, we're ready to be open enough to accept your advances. Until you're just as loud with that same voice that said, back off, we don't want anything to do with you, that same voice is going to have to say, okay, you're ready, come and get some, have at it, shoot your shot, blah, 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 blah. It's going to have to be just as loud or louder. And grace is going to have to be given to men who shoot their shot who you're not attracted to. And even if you're not really attracted to men on first blush, it's not really our physical appearance most of the time. It's our personality and how we treat you and how we perceive things. And you have to really get to know us before you like us. We can see men, we see the woman we like. I think women have to know the man that they like rather than just see the man that they like. They have to know the man that they like. I think once a woman knows a man, then all of a sudden her feelings start to change. So, if we can we can get past our initial attraction triggers. We can dig deeper a bit by going out on dates and simple dates and just getting to know each other. So moving forward, let's see here. Let's go. Let's see what else is out there. I saw this one. I came across this one. This is probably something you guys have heard by now, but I'll just play it.
What's your type? Can you approach me?
Yeah,
Can you
that's
approach me? I'll give you eye contact, but it's just like I gave you 3 seconds, maybe half a second, but like you should know that that's enough. Like that is the welcome in. Like that should be it. That's just like if I look at you and I look away and like you can't smile to me. You have to like make sure you don't really smile too much, because then that's cringe. It's like you might as well be approaching them. If now you walk up to me, it's like okay, you passed the first test. If your ass stands there for another half an hour, what's your type? Can you approach me?
Yeah, that's
So on this one, it's kind of, it's hard to explain this one, right? Only because it takes a lot of self-confidence to approach an attractive woman. It just is. For a man to approach a woman, we can approach like a teenager, right? Because there's no real interest there. We can approach a daughter, someone's daughter appropriately because there's no interest there, of course. And we can approach elderly women because there's no interest there, of course. But when it comes to like attractive women who we may want to sleep with or date or marry or have children with, there is a lot there. There's a lot of uh, um, insecure thoughts and feelings of not being good enough to approach. So I know this all too well. I something that women don't know, maybe 2025 women don't know. So I was younger too, a very very long time ago, and there was this girl that I had the hots for. We call it the hots, and I liked her for the longest time. Now I don't think I ever told her directly. I don't think I was able to physically speak and engage in conversation with her, but I liked her through and through. Everybody knew I liked her. Everyone knew I had the hots for her. I bought her a silver bracelet one time, I think for like some special occasion, birthday, Christmas, one of those things. We were like in like fifth grade or something like that. Now, I never had the wherewithal to say hello and to say, how are you doing? Like I may have spoken to her in passing, maybe like a handful of times, but I could never bring myself to like shoot my shot. So like I still think about her even 35 years later. Men have women who girls who we should have approached, who we should have confessed our love for, who we should have said something, who we should have shoot our shot with. We have those girls in our minds all the time. It can be 20, 30, 40 years after the fact of meeting this girl or knowing this girl. That candle still holds that flame. It doesn't just extinguish or go away. Like we love for a long, long time. We'll just never say anything and we'll never approach. Only because it's better to, I guess it's quote unquote emotionally safer to always love the idea of being with someone rather than taking a risk of being completely and totally rejected and having your dreams crushed. So, you can always kind of love the idea of being with someone in your mind and in your head, but reality is, you can never bring yourself to tell the person how you feel because you just don't want to be hurt. I mean, um, it's what it is. So, uh, but definitely the more attractive you are to that person, the more intimidating they seem to you. It's just it's social. It's this probably goes back way back in anthropology, meaning um, throughout human history, there's all women have always been attractive and gorgeous, and because they are attractive and gorgeous, we men are mentally frightened of like scaring or ruffling the feathers of this gentle creature who we call a woman. So, you know, it's just one of those things. So, yeah, let's get into this here. We'll get into another one of these. Yeah, it's a heck of a thing. This one too, I kind of saw this one and wanted to
Staring at the world through my rearview. Just looking back at the world from another level, you know what I mean?
Serious question for my mans out there. Why are you guys not approaching women? What is that about? What is that about? I have seen so many hot guys lately, and we make eyes, we exchange the look, we have the look, and then there's nothing else. I'm like, are you gonna come approach me? hello, I don't want to be the one to approach you, okay? Because that's not my man's. My man's has, you know, the balls that he has, and he's not afraid to come up to me and say something, say hello. So if you're a man out there, you know, you guys have balls for a reason. Use them. And don't be afraid to approach women because we don't want to do that, you know? This is just a pro tip, okay? Chime in. Serious question for my man's out.
Okay, so what I'll speak to this is saying hello shouldn't be just something that a man should be required to do. I mean, women can say hello just as well. And hello is kind of harmless. Hi is kind of harmless. For my job, I gotta say hello to people, and you know, I tell people good afternoon or good morning depending on what time it is, or good evening. You know, I'm in, you know, pretty much customer service, so you know, we have to be. It's not that we have to be; it's just that we should be. I mean, you've seen customer service people who don't belong there, who have an attitude problem or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I pride myself on treating people with respect, saying hello, getting what they need, and making sure that they can enjoy the rest of their day and that they have a pleasurable experience when dealing with me, right? Now, for women, it's different. Women out there in the world and in the wild um, used to complain and do complain about being approached by random men. And the problem with that is random men may be attracted to you at any point in time. And because they're shooting their shot, doesn't mean that they're creepy or disgusting or nasty or doing something inappropriate. Um, when they start harassing you or trying to physically lay hands, that's something that's, you know, crossing a bridge too far. But when we're talking about a social interaction, such as just saying hello or saying hi, or maybe trying to stop and get your attention so they can have a minute of your time and see if you're interested in a date or exchanging information in order to, you know, maybe go from there. That is not something worth like kind of posting and making a big deal about. It just isn't. So, I mean, you should, as a person, go with the flow and find out if you're interested in being treated a certain way, right? I mean, if we're going to be the ones to make the first move, which is a requirement by us men, then you have to be open and receptive to all types of approaches, and not all of them are going to be rude or hostile or nasty. I mean, they're going to be really cordial, they're going to be really subtle, and when it comes to women making the first move, I don't mind women making the first move, and most men don't either. So this thing where, well, do you expect me to make the first move? I mean, well, if you feel confident to do so, and if you feel ready to do so, then do it. I mean, I don't understand why women put this burden requirement on men to make the first move or approach when we need choosing signals, and um, we need mutual attraction needs to be mutual. It can't just be one-sided all the time. It needs to be mutual. We need to know that you're interested, and if you're not, or if we catch wind that you're not, then we're not going to approach. Like, you giving us the side eye is not enough. That's not a signal. That's just you giving us a side eye. When two people share a same space, such as a gym or a building or a restaurant, and they make direct eye contact, and the only thing that they can see are each other's eyes, that's going to be a choosing signal, meaning in a room or a crowded room full of people, I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, and there's a reason, and we're mutually attracted to each other. And that is when a man is going to try and find a way to approach you. He will try to find a way to approach you. If you're with someone else or some friends, that may not be so easy to maneuver, but he will try. He's thinking about developing a way to say hello or to communicate with you, especially if you're locking eyes in a shared space. So let's see. This is let's see. When not to approach women. That's all. Let's see. all of these are mostly comments. So let's move on to the next one. Let's just dating in 2025. Let's try that.